Alright, I didn't think I'd be making this type of video, but the Miami Dolphins have made a trade for Chase Claypool. Now, we know about that whole situation he had in Chicago, and if I'm being honest, it's a low risk, high reward type of trade. But after seeing it, it's really not a bad trade for the Dolphins. The Bears move on from him. The Dolphins add some depth at a position that they're kind of lacking in right now. Just kidding. Alright, I didn't think I'd be making this type of video, but the Miami Dolphins have made a trade for Chase Claypool. Now, we know about that whole situation he had in Chicago, and I just assumed that they were going to cut him, but after seeing this trade, I really don't think it's a bad one for the Dolphins. It's a low-risk, high-reward type of trade. He adds a piece of depth at the receiver position. Eric Ezukanma is out for a while, maybe even the season. We'll see how that neck injury plays out. River Craycraft was just put on the IR after that shoulder injury, and he's out for the next month or so. So, we have a couple of injuries at the receiver position, so adding Chase Claypool really isn't a bad move. I think he's a free agent after the year, so if they want him back, of course they can re-sign him. If not, they can just let him go, or even cut him if it really gets that bad this year. But I really don't think that they will, because Chase Claypool needs the Dolphins way more than we need him. So, of course, Mike McDaniel, if there's anyone that's going to put a receiver in a spot where they can succeed at, it's him. So I think that they're going to find a spot in the depth, in the receiver position for him to find a role in. And like I said, with River Craycraft and Eric Ezukanma being out for the next month or so, he's going to find a spot where he can succeed in. The Bears traded a second-round pick for him last year, which was the first pick in the second round, and we had our pick forfeited, so it was technically a first-round pick that they traded for him. They didn't win a single game that he played in for them, so of course, they won on Thursday night versus Washington, but that was the day after. He was literally a healthy scratch for that game. But yeah, man, I mean, he'll probably play tomorrow versus the Giants. The preview for that game will be coming out in a couple of hours. But pretty surprising trade. Basically, I think we traded a 6th-round pick for Claypool in the 7th, so it's really, they were just dumping him off. So we'll see what he can do. He'll probably, like I said, I think that he'll be able to play tomorrow. We'll see, though, because, of course, it's a whole new playbook in just 2 days. So maybe he doesn't play. But either way, there's a move for the Dolphins. Some other news, Terron Armstead was put on the IR, which really sucks. He's out for the next 4 games. And we'll see if he's out beyond that. But honestly, I don't want to play him at all until he's 101% healthy. It'll be Kendall Lamb at that starting left tackle spot. He didn't look good versus Buffalo, but the 2 weeks before, with the Chargers and the Patriots, so the week 1 and 2, he did look good. So he was thrown in there after Armstead got injured in week 3 versus the Bills, and he didn't look great. But a full week of starting reps, and I think the whole looked just like he did in the first couple weeks of the year. We have the Giants. That pass rush isn't great. They have some good guys on the line, but they really haven't done much this year at all on either side of the ball. So the preview is definitely going to be a fun one to talk about. But yeah, Kendall Lamb is going to have to hold down that starting left tackle spot. Some more news that we got. It doesn't really have to do with the Dolphins, but a little bit. Jonathan Taylor got an extension this morning. 3-year, $42 million deal, which isn't really what I think he wanted at first. But after the ankle injury, he held out for the first couple of games. And, I think he knew he wasn't going to get that much money anywhere else. So he's now the 3rd highest paid running back in the NFL. Jonathan Taylor was a very popular name around Dolphins rumors before the year started, but Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane have really turned a lot of heads, and they're looking like a top-tier running back too. I know that they're not that high, but they've been looking really, really good so far. So I'm excited to see what they can do tomorrow versus New York, but either way, that'll wrap up. A couple of news reports here. Jonathan Taylor extension, Armstead on the IR. We'll see what Kendall Lamb can do at that left tackle spot. And Chase Claypool is a Miami Dolphin. So either way, that'll wrap up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. Peace.